This is not a home. Not yet. For the first colonists, Mars will be a pressure cooker for the human soul. They won't just be fighting the thin air and the brutal cold. They'll be battling the very ghosts of their own humanity. Because moving to Mars isn't just about changing our address. It's about changing what it means to be human, forever, for our entire existence. Every war we've fought, every piece of art we've created, every birth and every death has happened right here, on this one planet. We are a species shaped by Earth's gravity, its atmosphere, and its vibrant life. But for the first time, we're standing on the verge of becoming something more, a multi-planetary species. Organizations like NASA and SpaceX are already laying the groundwork. NASA's Artemis program is a crucial stepping stone, teaching us how to live and work on another world before we take the giant leap to Mars. Meanwhile, SpaceX is developing its Starship with the explicit goal of making life on other planets possible. Their timelines, which have included aspirations to send initial uncrewed missions within this decade, signal that this future might be closer than we think, though these goals remain aspirational and have shifted before. But the journey to Mars is so much more than a 400 million kilometer trip. It's a one-way ticket into an unknown future for our species. Moving to Mars will force us to confront not just incredible technological and biological hurdles, but deep philosophical questions about who we are and what we're about to become. This is the story of how a small group of pioneers on a desolate red rock could permanently transform all of humanity. The first humans on Mars will face an environment that is actively trying to kill them every second of every day. But the most immediate and insidious threat won't be the thin atmosphere or the deadly radiation. It will be the crushing, silent weight of isolation. Confined to a small habitat, separated from Earth by a vast and empty void, the first settlers will experience an isolation unlike anything in human history. Simulated missions here on Earth have already given us a glimpse of the potential psychological toll. In these studies, crew members have reported sleep disturbances, mood swings, depression, and increased tension with their teammates. For months on end, they'll live with the same few people, where any minor annoyance can become a major conflict, and a time-delayed radio message from home is the only link to everything they've ever known. This environment is a breeding ground for existential crises. The constant risk, knowing that one small mistake could lead to a slow, lonely death, takes a heavy mental toll. The sheer monotony of daily life, the sensory deprivation of a sterile, unchanging habitat, and the profound separation from the natural world could lead to anxiety and depression. NASA and other agencies are researching ways to combat this, from virtual reality setups to the simple act of tending a small space garden, anything to maintain morale. But there's another, more profound psychological effect that could emerge. Some astronauts experience the overview effect, a feeling of awe and interconnectedness from seeing Earth from a distance. On Mars, this could be twisted into something else entirely. Seeing Earth as just a tiny, distant blue dot could trigger a deep sense of alienation, the terrifying realization that you can never truly go home again. This isn't just a mission, it's a test of the human spirit's breaking point. The first colonists will be survivors, but they will also be the first humans to be fundamentally untethered from their home world. What they become in that pressure cooker will set the stage for everything that follows. Survival is the first step. Thriving is the next. If the first colonists can endure the psychological crucible, they'll face their next great challenge, building a society from scratch. And this society won't just be a copy of one from Earth. It will be something entirely new, forged in the fires of necessity. Technology will be its bedrock. Early mission concepts often involve robotic precursors, which would do the initial heavy lifting, scouting terrain and deploying essential hardware before humans even arrive. The colonists will have to live off the land, a concept known as in situ resource utilization, or ISRU. A key idea being explored is 3D printing habitats from Martian soil, or regolith, to provide shelter from the harsh environment. They'll also need to extract water from ice deposits and generate breathable air and even rocket fuel from the thin, carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere. Power will be a constant worry. On Mars, solar power is less effective due to the greater distance from the sun and can be unreliable during the planet's frequent, globe-spanning dust storms. For this reason, NASA is actively developing fission power systems, small modular nuclear reactors that could provide steady, reliable energy no matter the conditions. This technological backbone, from AI-managed life support to advanced robotics, won't just be a convenience. It will be the difference between life and death. But technology only provides the how. The colonists must figure out the why. With Earth so far away, could old national identities, political squabbles, and economic systems start to feel meaningless? Their very survival will depend on absolute interdependence. This might foster a powerful, purpose-driven culture, unified by the shared goal of keeping humanity's foothold on a new world. New social norms will likely emerge around sharing resources, resolving conflicts, and assigning work. Every colonist will need a diverse skill set, and the community's success will hinge on collaboration, not competition. As the first generation is born on Mars, children who have never felt Earth's gravity or breathed its air, a unique Martian identity will begin to crystallize. They would be psychologically and culturally distinct, seeing Earth not as a lost home, but as a distant, ancestral planet. This new branch of civilization won't just be an extension of Earth. It will be its own entity, with its own dreams, its own art, and its own destiny. The changes might not stop with culture and society. Over centuries and millennia, Mars could rewrite our very biology. It's a fascinating, if speculative, possibility that life on Mars could accelerate human evolution, potentially leading to a new type of human. This isn't wild science fiction. It's a plausible outcome when you isolate a small population in a radically new environment. Two major forces could drive this change: gravity and radiation. Mars's gravity is only about 38% of Earth's. Our bodies are built to constantly fight Earth's pull. On Mars, that fight is much easier. Based on data from astronauts in microgravity, it's hypothesized that over generations, Martian humans might develop weaker bones and muscles. Their hearts, not needing to pump as hard, could also change in size. Paradoxically, people born on Mars might even grow taller than their Earth-bound relatives. The other evolutionary driver is radiation. Without a global magnetic field or thick atmosphere, Mars is constantly bombarded by cosmic rays. While any long-term habitat would almost certainly require heavy shielding, like being built underground, some increased exposure might be inevitable. This could increase the rate of genetic mutations, providing more raw material for natural selection. It's highly speculative, but just as skin pigments on Earth evolve to handle different levels of UV light, future Martians might develop their own biological adaptations. This process could be amplified by something called the founder effect. The limited genetic diversity of the first colonists, perhaps just a few hundred or thousand people, means any unique or rare genetic traits they carry could become much more common in their descendants. Over time, these small changes could accumulate. Some have speculated that in as little as a few hundred generations, the inhabitants of Mars could become genetically distinct. However, this is far from certain and depends heavily on factors like how much contact they maintain with Earth and the use of advanced medical technologies. These future humans could be taller, more slender, and uniquely adapted for life beyond Earth. The colonization of Mars is more than just humanity's next great adventure. It's a potentially pivotal moment in our evolutionary history. For many, it represents the ultimate backup plan, a hedge against the existential risks that come with being a single-planet species. But it's also so much more. The challenges will be immense, the sacrifices profound. The first settlers will be pushed to the absolute limits of human endurance. Yet, in facing those challenges, they could unlock a new future for all of us. A future where humanity is no longer confined to one world, but has spread its seed to the stars. The Martians, our distant children, might one day look back at the pale blue dot in their sky. They would see not just their origin, but a testament to the restless, curious, and unyielding spirit that drove their ancestors across the void. They would be a different kind of human, forged in a different world, and by their very existence, they will have changed what it means to be human forever. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. Leave a like and share. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.